Well, as the Olympics start to wrap up, we want to focus on some life lessons that we can all learn from watching world-class athletes compete, especially when it comes to winning and losing graciously in life. And here to help us do that is Dr. Sue Varma. She's a board-certified psychiatrist, also author of the book, Practical Optimism. Dr. Varma, welcome back. Always enjoy having you here.
Thank you so much.
So we've been watching the world's best compete for several days now. Got a few more days left. But you maintain that there is a trait that they all have that we could all learn from. What is that?
Yes. And, you know, when you think about it, you think elite performers, it's about genetics or about skill or talent.
Yeah.
And while that certainly plays a role, the number one feature that they all have in common is conscientiousness. And that, to me, is basically discipline and emotional stability when things get tough. It's showing up when life is not inconvenient, and it's about not waiting for motivation to act. Action begets motivation. And these people can stay calm, they can manage their emotions, they don't let their emotions manage them.
They're always here.
Yes.
Always here.
So you say in sports and in life, there are going to be these ups and downs. So that when you get the wins, whether they're big or small, you really need to celebrate them. But how do you do that without seeming like you're, you know, like doing the humble brag or bragging?
Not like that.
I don't know about you all, but I was raised in a family where you were taught to keep your head down and keep working and be humble and not really celebrate your wins. And I can personally say that that comes as a disservice, right? In the sense that it is so important. Success is not just about your raw abilities, it's your confidence in those abilities. And we know that all else being equal, two people having the same abilities and capabilities, it's the confidence in them that predicts success. And so celebrating your wins says, I can see the connection between my effort and my performance. I can use this mastery that I got from doing other hard things in my life, and now I can sort of leverage them and generalize them to new areas of my life. So confidence, it gives you growth. And the way to do it humbly is to tap into who are the people that got me here, right? Who are the role models, who are the mentors, who are the people who are holding the fort down at home, right?
Yes.
A partner, a spouse, a parent that is helping you out. So that is where the humility but also confidence both come in together.
And then on the flip side of that, there are the losses, whether in sport or in life. But you say that's actually a learning ground.
Absolutely. You know, I think of failure as information and it's not identity. And I think the biggest thing is that a lot of us look at failure as a permanent setback. We tend to personalize the information. Oh my God, I'm a horrible person. We think it's permanent. Things will never get better. We think that it's pervasive. These are what we call the 3 Ps of pessimism, that all aspects of my life are now going to go, you know, down because of this one thing, rather than looking at it as one isolated piece of information. Does it help me, you know, reframe the things that I'm doing? Rejection can often be redirection.
How do we get that into our kids?
One of my favorite quotes is, I either win or I learn. So there's no opportunity for the concept of loss in there, is being able to reframe something and say, how do I control the things that I can control? What can I take from this? What do I need to change? Is it my effort? Is it my strategy? Is it my role models? Is it the goal? Because so many of us get so fixated, right, on this zero-sum game that I might either have to win or lose, right? And we don't recognize that the process, the progress, the character that gets shaped, that is universal. That is gold to me, that the person you become in the wins, in the losses, makes you ready for all aspects of life. And I can only say that now, like in my 40s, being able to look back and have zoomed out and have perspective and say, thank God for those things. Some of them, I was dodging bullets along the way.
By the way, I continue to find that with kids especially, like athletics, like childhood, like my son's in a rec basketball league, and winning and losing, they do a lot of that. And it's something that, at least so far, seems to really have helped him. Bouncing back, whether it's job loss or whether it's a relationship, how do you go about doing that, Dr. Varma?
Yes. So I think it's so important with bouncing back is looking at resilience not as a fixed trait, but something that comes with growth, with practice, to be able to say, how did my effort get me here, right? I showed up. Like so much of the time we compliment our kids, like, you're so strong, you're good looking, you're athletic. No, those are fixed traits. We have to really reinforce the effort and say, like my kid just got 100 on a math test, but he was struggling before that. And I said, do you know how many hours you put in to get that? I love that. Praise the effort, because that is something that we always have control over. So many of us dismiss and say, oh, I'm just not good at math. I'm not just good at science. science. No, that's not true. You can really be good at anything, right? It takes X amount of hours, right? So fix a goal, be steady, watch your emotions, watch that negative thinking that's personalizing. It's my fault. No, it's not your fault. You didn't put in enough hours, and that you have control over.
Praise the process. I like that. Should be the title of your next book.
Thank you. And have gratitude for the people that helped you get there.
Absolutely.
Dr. Sue Varma, thank you. Thank you. Send us a bill. Third hour today. Right back
Send
after
it to
this.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.